Hello, Sandra. Thanks for joining me. I'm Faiza Sharjeel from Pakistan. I'm a sugar artist. I have been into this cake world from last 10 years, and I love to play with different mediums like isomold, gelatin, wafer paper, modeling chocolate, every kind of thing. My strength is gravity defying cakes, but I still love to work with different mediums. And today I'm going to show you how you can make this wafer paper rose. Okay, I will show you how you have to condition the petals along with coloring them, and the color will be even. Most of the people find it difficult to color the wafer paper because some use oil and it gets sticky when you have to put the petals together. Some use only the dust colors, and it also sticks to your fingers. So I will show you the way, and this is the easiest way and it is very convenient. So here first I will show you the templates I have used. So these are the rose petal cutters you might have, but I didn't use it for this wafer paper flower. These are the same size as you can see as there are in the templates, but the thing that I didn't want to use it for the wafer paper is that it is narrow. I wanted something broader. When you are using gum paste, then these cutters are very convenient and good to use, because when you have to thin your petals on the with the ball tool, so they widen, but it's not the case with the wafer paper. You cannot do that. So that's why I have used these 3 templates and 3 sizes, and for the leaves I have used these templates for the small and the bigger, and for the calyx I have used this one. It's the same size as this PME one. You can use this one as well. You could just take your pencil, and on the wafer paper you have to just put it there and go with your pencil and trace it, or if it's convenient for you, take a print out of the template and then just go with the pencil and then cut it out. So I have already cut the petals, so it is easy for me to make things quickly during this live demo. I have put them separately in the Ziploc bags according to the size. Okay, so I was unable to prepare so much for the demo. The reason why, because with the wafer paper, the technique I'm going to show you, you have to do it at the same time. When you condition your petals, at the same time you have to start working on them. Okay, and for that, for the petals I'm using this peony veneer. I like it. I have the rose veneers as well, but I like the veins or the effect it gives. And for the leaves I'm using these leaf veneers, the large leaf veneers. Okay, so the thing that I'm going to use to condition my petals is you have to take 1/8 cup of cold water, and for every 1/8 cup you have to take half tablespoon of gelatin powder. You have to soak the gelatin, then you microwave it, melt it as you make gelatin every time, you know, you use in the desserts and all that. And after that, when it is melted, you have to add half tablespoon of glycerin. It means 1-to-1 ratio, the same amount. How much you are using the gelatin, you have to use the equal amount of the glycerin. So this is the mixture I'm going to use. I have colored it with the rose gelatin, rose color, and this is the green gelatin, green moss color of Wilton. So I have covered them so with the air they don't get like thicker, and they should be runny like this. your mixture should be runny like this. It will stay there like this. If you put it on room temperature, don't refrigerate it, but if you have to use it later, 2 to 3 days later, then you have to put it in the refrigerator, and it can last easily for like 1 week. And if you put it in a glass bottle, glass jar, and in a closed bottle and put it in refrigerator, that's better. And for the glue, I have made this glue as well. For these are just the cuttings of the wafer paper. So if you have the cuttings, don't throw them, just put them in a bag, and whenever you have to make flowers, you have to just soak few hours ago. Like I soaked these cuttings 2 hours ago, and this is ready to go. But I use the Tylose glue as well. I prefer Tylose glue, so it's highly up to you. I'm just showing you the options. So we will get started now with the small petals. And this is my flower bud. I have attached this wooden skewer with it with the hot glue gun, so it's perfect to go. Okay, so first I will work with my smaller petals that I have cut using the template, and I will keep one wet towel just beside me, so if I need to clean the surface. So whatever your questions are, please put in the comment section, and when this live demo is over, then I can answer you. So I'm using this flat brush to paint on the surface. You just dip it and then just wipe it on the side and paint it all over the petal. For the front, I'm using the as there are two sides of wafer paper, one is the plain one and the one is the texture one. I prefer the texture one because it gives, when you dust the flower, after that the finish your flower, it gives a good effect. Okay, so now you can see that it has curled up because of the moisture it has got. So there are two options: either you use the dusting pouch and just lightly patch your petal with the dusting pouch, or you can use this kind of brush, makeup brush, or you can get from the craft store and then dust it. I forgot to add some more color. For the inner petals, I will use the darker shade, and for the outer petals, I will go with the lighter one. So I will keep it on my toothpick, and I will just take some color and mix it with this. Okay, so now I will paint on the front side. This is the front side for me. Okay. Okay, can you see how flexible it has become? So I will take my veneer, will dust it, put my petal there, and dust the other side of the veneer, and I will, keeping it on the table, I will press it and just slightly press it and count till 10. Okay, you can see the veins on the petals. Okay, so this is gonna be my first petal. I will clean the surface so the second petal does not get sticky. I will prepare my first 4 petals, and then I will start assembling them on the styrofoam bud. the same procedure. I couldn't do it earlier for you because the inner petals have to wrap around the this flower bud, so I had to prepare it along with working. You can paint two petals together and then you can vein them. As you can see on the texture side, I have half covered it so it does not get thick for me, so it's not easy for me to work with that then. Okay, sometimes it gets stick to your mat, it's okay. Or you can just dab it with the brush. Both ways are okay. So the first petals, I don't need to turn them or twist them from any side. That's why I am making them together. If you only use water on the wafer paper, it curls and warps and it doesn't give good effect. And but with the mixture of glycerin and gelatin, it will give it flexibility as well as you can shape it. So now I will take my glue and we'll glue it till down. Okay. Take the right side inside and wrap it around like you are wrapping a scarf around your neck. A little bit glue on this side as well, so the petals sticks to the other side. As you can see, it's flexible and I can easily work with that at this point before it gets dried up. Otherwise it gets brittle and breaks. This part is a bit tricky. Okay, like this. And then I will wrap the 3 of those that are left around it. These 3 should be a bit higher than this one, and I will use the spiral method here. Little bit glue inside so I can connect them to each other. little bit higher. From down you shouldn't be bothered because later we have to add the calyx. But this part should be closed, so we have to wrap it more around the bud like this. Put the glue wherever is required because right now you can see the petals are flexible and they are not behaving like wafer paper. You can at this point work with them. As much close as possible. So this is our bud ready. Now I will take the bigger size of petals. So okay, I will microwave it for 5 seconds because of the air conditioner it has gone a bit thicker. I will just so here again I will paint the whole petal with a very light coat of gelatin and glycerin. Count to 10. The petal is ready. Sorry. So every petal is veined beautifully. First I will go with the 3 and then I will go with the same size for the 5 with the 5 petals around it. And you have to use this mixture on the edges more than the inner part, because if we have to like shape it, we have to go for the edges. Okay, so on this stage also I will leave it like this straight, but for the next 5, from the next 5 I will start shaping it. Okay, so grab the glue and just paint till the down. Hold the one that first we made it and in between the two. will go like this. Okay. The next one, wrap it around it. And the third one. Okay, like this. Again, till here I will keep it closed, and from the next 5 I will start opening the flower. Okay, at this stage also you can put it like this, and you can end up, if you are making a bud, and for this you can cut if you find the part long enough. Little bit of more glue and you stick them together. Okay, so if you are going to make the birds, you can stop here, but we will go on. So I will prepare my 5 petals, and from this stage we will start curling them a little bit, and I'll show you how. Let them soak on one side and then paint on the other side. Okay. Just wrap them all with the cornstarch, turn them around, and paint on the back side. Why it is necessary to paint on the both sides is to make it flexible and easy to work with. Otherwise you are not able to work with the petals as we are doing here, because the back side remains stiff and it's not easy to curl them or wrap them around the bud. Okay, so now I'm going to wind them and shape them. Okay, so how I will shape it: take a toothpick, okay, and this is completely dry now, and from one side you wrap it around. See, here it has gone a bit stiff. Don't worry, come again with the same mixture on the side you want to work with, and just dry it with the cornstarch and only from one side, you can call it the right side, you curl it around this toothpick and then take it out like this. Okay, take your next petal, feel if it is stiff from here. Again, soak it a little bit. No, this is my front side, as I'm using the texture one. So take your toothpick and again on the right side of your flower petal, just shape it like this. Okay, so it's very easy to color the wafer paper along with conditioning it. So you are doing two things in one go. Otherwise you cannot, if you don't use this mixture, you are not able to easily mold the petals or turn the petals like this. So now my 5 petals are ready and I'm going to put them on the flower. I will cover it meanwhile. Okay, so here is the flower and here is the glue. Just paint the glue all around till down. Okay, we will start from here and I will just put it loosely around. I will not press it too much, only from the down. Okay, and then put some glue on the edge. And the next petal. Now close this petal from here only, leave this part, don't press it, because now we have to open our flower. Like this till here. Just pinch from here, not pinch, sorry, press from here and then hold it for a few seconds. Okay, now the fourth one. And the last one for this round. Okay, you can go on with as many petals as you want to. As much bigger flower you need or you want. Just hold for a few seconds from down to get it stick to the bottom. Okay, so you can stop here as well. As I told you, it's your preference or your requirement. And now we will make our last petals, That's the largest size on the template given. I have prepared for this part only. I have prepared these 3 petals. I will show you how I made them, because I could keep them like this for some time, so I only prepared these 3 petals. You can add 7 here as well. We will see when we will wrap it around the flower whether we need 5 or 7, but you can definitely go for 7 at this stage. I have only 2 petals left, so I will work with them together. I hope you have learned something new, and I love to share my knowledge, so I hope I prove to be a little bit helpful to you, and this demo would have added to your knowledge. Any questions, anything you want to ask, you can ask me. Okay, for this last row of petals in my flower, you have to turn them on both edges. This, just take your toothpick outside, then turn the second side, the other side, like make a V sort of here, and then you take your flower former and put it here, and with the ball tool, should be you have cornstarch on it so it doesn't stick, very lightly you have to press it like this, very lightly, and just hold it for few seconds, and then you have to move away. Just adjust the shape of the flower you prefer. As you can see, these are completely dry now, so the last one, it's getting a bit sticky. Like this. Then on the other side, like this. Keep your petals in a row, so the first one you have worked with, put it first and then go on, so you remember on which petal you have worked for the first time, and by the time you reach the last petal, it might have taken the shape or dried up. Sometimes the side gets dry, you can soak it again as I have shown you earlier. Okay. Again, paint till the bottom, and these were the first petals I've already made, so I will put them first around the flower. You can do them at the same time as well as we have done the other rows, but only on this stage you can make them earlier, but not that much earlier, otherwise they will be hard enough for you to work with. So again, I'm just pressing the bottom part. Like this, just the bottom part. As I told you, you can add 7 petals here as well, it's up to you. As I made these 2 petals only to show you, so these are still soft. And now the last petal. Just press from the bottom. Adjust the petals. You can pinch because these are fresh, and these you can see have already taken shape as they had dried up. So now I will leave it to dry a little bit and then we will dust it. Meanwhile, we will prepare our leaves. I hope you like it. Okay, these 2 I have already prepared and I'll show you how I did it. Using the template again, I have cut the leaves, okay, but before cutting, giving them shape, this is the calyx we are going to use later, and this is 22 gauge wire, I have used it. Before giving the shape, okay, I will put a little bit glue in the center and I will stick my wire on it. Again a little bit more glue and then the other part of the leaf. I will stick them together and then with the scissors I will cut both together. Okay. Now I will put some cuts like this. Four to 5 cuts are enough. Okay. Clean this area. Okay. I will take my other brush and I will paint likewise. on the both sides. You can use darker shade, but I have used a lighter one because later I will dust it, so I'm fine with that. Okay. Very gently press it, count 10. Okay, and here we go with the leaf. The impression will show when we will dust it. And this is the last part, the calyx. Oops, it's okay. We can fix it. Make a hole in the center. Put some glue. Wrap it around your flower. And then turn 2 or 3 of these outside and leave the rest like this. Okay, so first I will put I will take a little bit of gum paste. This is moss green gum paste. Take a little ball of it and take some glue. Sorry, where is the brush? Okay. Just make a little ovary part here. And we can later merge it when we will dust. Just thin it out from here. Now I will take my half width floral shape and I will put it around. Twice. First I will go down like this, and then I will attach the leaves to it. Okay. First I need to dust my leaves, and then in the end we will attach it. So this is the last part, the dusting part. Take a kitchen towel and move this away. I'm using sugar-free dust here. Some green, some yellow. This is the dusky pink. And a little bit of red. Just go on the edges. You can use bright pink dust here as well, but I'm using this because I don't want to disturb the color of the flower. It has already gained from the gelatin and glycerin mixture. Just on the edges. Outside also. Again on the edges. Okay. Now take a little bit of yellow and only on some parts just give it a yellow tint. In some inside of the petals also you can give. Okay, now I will show you a little trick over here. If you want to give a withered effect, so what you do, take your lighter, or I'll bring my blowtorch. From very far you have to just go around the petals. If it catches fire, you just blow it out, and then it just remove the burnt part. Okay, only on a few petals you can do that. And now where you have already burnt it, take the brown dust and only on the edges. Okay, like this. And now I will dust my leaves. A little bit of red. The extra cornstarch you can remove with the dry brush. Okay, and then the last leaf. Okay, now I will do the same on our calyx and add some more green color. And on the stem as well. Okay, and now I will assemble the leaves. I have already put the tape around the individual stems of the leaves. Just bend it with the nose plier. And one last time, I'm wrapping the floral tape around. Okay, adjust the leaves as you want to. So how pretty they look and how easy to work with the wafer paper. and I hope you like it and you will try it, because only using with water or oil you cannot color the wafer paper. So I mean the color is so blended, and you can't see the warpness or any of like any part is warped or broken or brittle, and this is all smooth. So you can do this and make as many flowers as you like. Hope you like my video. Please, if you have learned something new, do let me know in the comments, so I will know that you have learned something from this live demo. I'll be happy to know that. And thank you so much for joining me, and hope to see you soon. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. Thank you so much, everyone. See you again. Bye. You can see properly. I'm just taking it closer. I will answer your questions after finishing it and posting the video. Then I will go through your questions and then I answer. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.